Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Friend Zone. I'm Josh,
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Nick.
and today we're gonna be doing our second episode, talking about some stuff that we talked about in our group chat, doing some cards, and going from there.
Yes.
And in our group chat, we had like a question that popped up between the three of us, which is, do you think you could turn a garden tool into a housewife? Thoughts?
Why did you say it like that?
I mean, do we fine turn a hoe into a housewife? Do you think we can make that happen?
I'd say. Actually, Kyle, how about you go first on this one? While I ponder.
Okay. You can, yes, but I don't see why you would want to.
Do you want to elaborate?
Nothing else needs to be said.
Wait, well, why?
Yeah, why? Why do you think that?
Do you want a wooden pickaxe? Or you want a diamond pickaxe?
What does that have to do with anything?
The hell are you talking about?
What does that have to do with anything?
The wooden is the hoe.
Okay.
The diamond is a normal human being that doesn't let themselves get thrown around like that.
Oh my god. But that's how you perceive it. You think the hoe's the wooden one, but to somebody the hoe could be the diamond or the jeweled
You're right.
pickaxe.
You're right.
So
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions,
okay.
but I'm stating my opinion. So.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Nick?
I'd say yes, but sort of like highly unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
You wanna elaborate?
Why? What?
Well, I just think that, I don't know, like there were a bunch of movies that you see like with the family, with like the mom that used to be like crazy in college and then ends up like just marrying it's the guy that like makes like a lot of money or like has like a good job. It might not have been like the best good looking guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of settling with that. But that's obviously looking at it one way. But I don't know. I think yes, but yeah, unlikely.
Okay. For me, I think you can. The only reason why I think you can, I think you can turn a hoe into a housewife. And I have a couple reasons why. My main reason, and I think that's the only one that really matters, is that I personally believe that people can change. So I think like, just because I was one way like today doesn't mean that I'm gonna be the exact same way like 5 years from now. So I think people can change and grow and mature and heal in certain areas. So if I met somebody that wilded out in the past, I don't think that's just going to be their whole personality and how they act forever. And like we've mentioned it before and talked about it, that like most girls, or even if we're talking about like for a girl's point of view, like a guy that's out in the streets, they usually have like the best personalities. They're usually like the ones where you can talk about the most random niche things and they kind of get it, compared like to the.
Why do you think that is?
I think that's the case because it's kind of wild
They
to say,
absorb
but
their personalities.
That's okay. They've been, I would say, because
They're
they've
just
been
around so many other people
yes,
that they just
they've been around
become
so
good
many
at
different
talking.
people that they've
opposite gender.
they've gotten like different pieces of different personalities where it like becomes who they are, or not necessarily who they are, but like they know about it, so they're capable of having those like conversations that like a girl like that's like the diamond pickaxe that they may not have experienced. So I think you can, and I think people can change. So I think it's possible, but I don't know if that's like the way to go. But if you did meet somebody and you really care about them, then like you probably won't even care about their past. So you will make them a housewife. So I think you can. Thoughts?
L.
L take.
I can agree
No,
with that.
not an L take. Yeah, I mean, like you said,
I can agree with
That does
that.
sound bad, but another man's trash is another man's treasure, or whatever.
Yeah, that is very
That's
true.
the case.
Yeah. I mean, something similar, we can go into this first question is, should your partner be allowed to go through your phone?
Yeah.
Yes,
Why you
but
hesitate?
I think it's more on like if they want to, or I feel like that's kind of.
Well,
I feel like if a girl's always going through your phone, I feel like that just means that she's like basically kind of just insecure and.
yeah, no, I was gonna say if it was like, like you guys
There
live
should be
together and she
trust.
wants on it like every day, then that's different. But she wants to go on it like, I don't know, like on a random Saturday and then like another 2 weeks later or something. Then I don't really care about that.
Okay. Personally, I don't have a problem if the person I'm with goes through my phone, but I think there's like a limit to it. Like when you read something or you see something on someone's phone everything's taken out of context because you don't know what's going on. So I think it'd be like different if like my girl is like, hey, can I go through your phone like to change a song? Or like I'm in the bathroom just like, hey, I got a text, can you respond to it for me? That's like cool. They're just like they wanted to go through, they have my passcode. I don't care about that. But if it's
Yeah.
like the snooping and they're like actively trying to find something because they think I'm up to something,
Yeah, it's so
then it's just
bad.
like, cool, you can go through it, but there's gonna be nothing there, and then you're just gonna be looking like a fool for going through my phone and not finding anything.
Yeah,
And it's not even
that's
because I'm
not
hiding
good.
anything, but it's like if I'm with you, then I'm only thinking about you.
Yeah.
So why would I be entertaining someone else?
Yeah, I
So-
couldn't do that. That would, yeah, that. Not a fan. What about you, Kyle?
I already said something.
You already spoke on it.
Cool.
Well, I mean, you said you couldn't go for that. That kind of goes to the next question, which is name a deal breaker for you in a relationship. Is that a deal breaker, or one of them?
I mean, if a girl was doing that, I'd just be like,
Why?
what are you doing?
Yeah. But what deal breakers do you guys
Deal
have?
breaker.
I mean,
They're
like
boring.
I think manners.
manners. Okay.
Like if you don't have manners, like you don't say thank you and like please or like holding the door open or just being.
A decent human being.
Yeah, no, honestly, because some people don't
Yeah.
have that, and I think that's a big, like, yeah, like not doesn't know how to like talk or wants to like talk to like family members or like grandparents, or like being like extra, you know what I'm saying, like little things like that where, I don't know, I think manners for me.
Okay. What about you?
That was a good pick. I said if they were boring, but that sounds pretty broad.
Oh, boring.
Yeah.
They're boring. I mean, that's fair.
How'd you start dating them then if they were like boring?
If they're.
Or
Actually, that's a good question.
or you just got bored with them over time.
No, maybe they just put up a
Well,
front
yeah, that's a
or
good
put up a
question.
mask, and then they like turned it off, and then you realized they were boring and they weren't who they like showed you at first.
Yeah, that's totally what I was thinking.
Yeah. Do you have any other deal breakers or no?
Cheating.
Cheating. Yeah, fair enough. Fair. Anything else to add or nah?
No.
Let me think. For me, I think it kind of goes what you were saying with the manners, but I think like I want to be with somebody that's like kind. Like if you're just a mean person, that's not really gonna work with me. And don't get me wrong, like I love my crazy because like crazy's cool. Crazy shows that you care a little bit, but I'm definitely in like a stage and phase of life where I'd prefer that like the person I'm with brings more peace than stress. So if they're not very peaceful or easygoing, but spontaneous at the same time, that's probably a deal breaker for me. Like if we're just in the talking phase and like you're stressing me out, or not even necessarily like putting too much on my plate, but like just adding too much and in like a negative way to my life, I'm probably gonna subtract you from my life than rather than add you, because I don't want that. And then I think the givens, like you said, cheating. I don't want to be with somebody that's a cheater. I wouldn't want to be with someone that's boring. No,
Yeah.
I want them to be spontaneous and down to do fun stuff. But speaking of fun stuff, do you want to talk about your trip to New York?
Oh my God, New York, man. Great time, fantastic time. No, honestly, it was
Leave
a
us on the
fantastic
edge of our
time.
seats.
JD, yeah, my friend JD is a DJ, aspiring DJ, and so he invited me and one of our other friends over to New York, and we were there for the weekend, Friday to Sunday, and he had a show that we went to go see, and that was awesome at this place called Somewhere Nowhere or Nowhere Somewhere. And he killed it. Yeah, it was awesome. A bunch of his friends from Temple came, but yeah, no, New York was a lot of fun. I went to Chinatown, had a bunch of food. Went to like get dumplings, bao buns, some dim sum. Very, 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 very good. What else did we do? We actually ate a lot of food. We went to this like cheesesteak pop up in New York called, I forgot. I don't have to check my phone, but it's like Danny and Coops or something, and Bradley Cooper. That's like his idea. So that was really cool. We tried that. JD took us to like a bagel shop. That was really good. Thompson's Square Bagels or something. And we didn't really go to any clubs other than his where he was performing, but we went to like a lot of bars. I mean, New York has like thousands, so it was a fun time though. Can't lie, the boys got extremely lit and got into a little bit of trouble, but it's always a good time.
Yeah, sounds like a
Define
solid
trouble.
weekend. Yeah, define trouble. You want to take a sip before?
Just like just trouble. So yeah, let's pick a card.
Yeah,
That's
all right.
the New York trip.
So besides the combo and chill, we're gonna do some cards from the game Substance. Which one do you want to do first?
I don't know. I'm picking.
Okay. You want me to
All
pick
right.
for you?
No, I found one.
Okay.
I forgot what else. Okay. Anyways. I thought it was so bad.
Are you okay?
No.
What happened?
I had candy earlier. All right. What do you think your
Just
biggest
tweaking.
That's my biggest one.
Big what? Did you say big chungus?
No, what the fuck?
What'd you say? Big what?
What do you think your biggest weakness is?
What was making you laugh about that?
There's something in my head I
You
picture.
want to go first?
What do I think my biggest weakness is?
Yeah.
We'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
I know you.
being not prompt
Not prompt.
when it comes not
Yeah,
prompt.
those time management skills.
Yeah.
We gonna get that under. We gonna get that under
Honestly,
check.
yeah.
But honestly, I think you're definitely getting better at it, and I think it's good that you realize it because a lot of people they don't know what their biggest weakness is.
Yeah,
So that's what's up.
I've been trying. Yeah, I've been trying
That's what's up.
day by day. But what about you guys? Kyle, what do you think is your biggest
Yeah.
weakness?
I didn't even think about that.
Okay, I'll go. I would say it's a little goofy, but I think my biggest weakness is also my biggest strength, which is the fact that I care a lot and care too much. Like when I first meet somebody, I instantly trust them with my life already after like a single conversation.
Yeah, it's not
obviously,
good.
obviously that's not good. Like I'm being dramatic, but I care a lot. Where like if I just met somebody, like if they said like, hey, can you help me with this, or can you take me to the airport, or help me move, or like I saw some homeless person, like I'm gonna like be thinking about that person and I'm gonna care about them, and like I want them to eat, not necessarily at my table, but I want them to do well. So like I'm just gonna care about them and like always look out. So sometimes like it's a weakness because I'll stretch myself way too thin. Dang, bro, phone's off during the session.
I know.
No, I'm playing. But like I'll stretch myself way too thin sometimes trying to help out people, and then like it messes me up, and then like my plans are ruined or stuff just doesn't go the way I want it to. So that's something I definitely am trying to work on, like setting boundaries, saying no, which is very hard, saying no when I want to go do things too. You feel me? Okay, your weakness.
Yeah.
I don't know what my largest one is.
It doesn't have to be large, it's just any type of weakness, bro.
I feel like you have one in mind for me.
That's crazy.
I have about 5 actually.
Tell me one. Tell me one.
I actually don't. I don't know. Yeah, I'll think about it now.
This is BS. I'm sure you have one.
I'll think about it now. Weakness.
You
I
want me
know
to
I have some.
do like I don't know, but are you like asking for us to tell you your weaknesses?
Being
Probably, yeah.
cancelable.
No,
I think
I would
that's a
say,
strength,
I would say,
actually.
I would say, what is it? The timing of your humor, because I think you are. In all honesty, even though I say you tell me not to encourage sometimes, I think you are hilarious.
Wait, you think you're a child?
Yes, yes.
Don't rile him up.
Don't encourage it. No, but I think you. In all honesty,
Yes,
I think you are hilarious,
exactly.
bro. There are a few people. I mean, it's not very fair because I laugh at a lot of things. But in all seriousness, when I am ranking the people that make me laugh the most, you are at near the top. So I think you're funny. But then there are certain timings. Bro, stop. There's certain timings when you say things where I'm just like, bro, you cannot say that right now. Especially when we're having a serious conversation. But sometimes it's good because like you'll break the ice, so then like things don't have to be so serious. But like, for instance, like if Nick was like breaking down to us and he was like upset about like some girl, or like I was upset about something.
Inappropriate timing.
Yeah. Like if you said something that made us laugh, we'd probably like laugh for a sec, but then look at you and be like, bro, what the hell? Why would you do that? So I would say that, but like, I don't know. Nick?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I always like almost expect it's like something like that's always going to happen. Actually, I at least expect one.
God forbid.
But it's the second one that freaking annoys me.
God forbid. I'm comfortable around you.
Comfortable saying whatever the hell you want with no filter.
That's kind of how it's supposed to be with your friends. You should be able to say literally anything and everything with them. Or at least like, not just like friends, but like, I would consider you guys some of my best friends. So I would feel like I'm comfortable enough to say anything without getting canceled. I don't care if you make fun of me because it's all in love, or like feel embarrassed or anything like that. So I think like if he said the most wild out of pocket stuff, I think it's okay. I'd rather he say it with us than some random stranger.
I hope he wouldn't say that to
I mean, even if he did, it would make me laugh, but I prefer he do it with us. So I think we should have, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think we should encourage that he do it around us rather than strangers. Bro,
don't put a muzzle on me.
Yeah, if anything, we need to take the leash off. Let him run wild around us. Think about it like this. If he says wild, out-of-pocket stuff around us here, and he gets it out of his system, and we go out, and then like we're doing a food review with you. You rather he get it out now than like at a food review.
Get out. You're basically saying he needs to let it out.
But you rather he, no.
By the way, I'm 24 years old.
Does he have a mental condition that I don't know about?
No, he doesn't. Apparently. But you rather he get it out of his system.
Is he an animal? You're an animal.
No, he's not an animal. An animal. To a degree. But you rather he
let him get it out. Like he's a dog or something.
Yes. You rather for his walk. Yes. You rather he get out of his system now than at a food review, and then you're gonna be like, Kyle, you can't say that. Because I know you have said that before. You
yes, I say it every time.
You wouldn't.
They were quite enough.
Next card. Next card. Bad Kyle. Bad Kyle. BTA. Belt to ass. Bad Kyle.
A to M.
Oh my God.
Ass to M.
No.
What are you guys talking about? You guys are so weird.
Next card.
All right. Yes.
Oh my God.
What is your definition of happiness? Being as far away from you two as possible.
That's crazy. I would say for me, it's just feeling like a sense of like feeling like extremely content, where I don't necessarily need something, or not need, but I don't want something. Like I'm so like comfortable and satisfied with where I'm at that like if I go to a store, I don't feel like, oh, I need this. Or like I look at my bank account, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't have enough. Or I'm around my friends and I'm thinking, oh, I need to be doing this, this, and this, because I'm feeling like less than. It's like a feeling of just like comfort and like satisfied and at peace. Like, especially like mentally, where like I'm not fighting like the demons of like, oh my God, I need to do this or I need to do that. And I'm not stressing. I'm just like fine. So I would say that's for me like happiness, just feeling like extreme content. What about you guys?
I remember this one specific memory last year. It was after the cruise ship I went on, and we were just in Miami for the weekend, and then one of my other friends pulled up. He didn't go on the cruise ship. He just came to meet us for the weekend. We were on the beach. It was I don't know. It was probably like 80 degrees, 85 degrees. Wind was blowing. The sun was setting, and the ocean was in front of us. There's me and like four of my friends.